Hi. Okay, so we have literally Virgo or Capricorn left, and then I'll do the 2-minute Tuesday readings for you guys. Oh, Gemini, Leo, Pisces, Capricorn. It's your turn. Please check out the description box for everything you need to know. And this is your October general reading. Things in the description box that are important for you to know right now. If you'd like to donate to the channel, as well as if you want information on how to book a personal reading, all of that is in the description box of the video, as well as the description of the channel. It's the only place that you can get that information. I will never reach out to you personally asking for donations or if you'd like a personal reading. That's what scammers do, not me. Okay. What else is there? Oh, check out your rising Moon and Venus sign for additional messages. If you don't know what those are, go to a place like Cafe Astrology and you can run your natal chart and figure out what those are. I am clairsentient, clairaudient, and claircognizant. And so when I hear ringing on the right hand side, it's messages from people I know that have passed on. And when I hear it on the left, it's messages from my spirit guides. That's about all I got right now. Share the love. Show the love. Hit the thumbs up if this resonates for you, as well as if you like what I do. I'm going to be doing a 444 spread for you this evening. Instead of a 6-card in each line, past, present, future spread. Just because it helps cut down on the amount of time it takes to do these readings. So it should be a little bit less time consuming for us. I'm not going to clarify. I'm going to read dignities though, that's for sure. I'll definitely do that for you. Cards have already been pre-shuffled, but we'll do it again. We're going to use the Tarot of Light and Shadow. If in these two decks of cards, now there is the Light and the Shadow deck, two different decks. I'm using the Shadow one for us today. If we hit, now in these decks there is one card that's special. It's called the Mirror. And if we hit the Mirror card, we have to shed light on the situation. So we'll be switching decks if that happens. I don't think it will, but it has for a couple of signs. We'll also do some Rebel deck Oracle cards, and then we'll do some magnetic poetry at the end here. Sven is here. And you might want to do a third eye meditation, because I've been getting a little bit of the third eye opening. So for those of you who don't know, Sven is somebody that I once knew. You know, he passed away a year ago. But he's here today. He's here. He's here. I can hear him. There's a couple of different things that happen when he pops in. So, and I believe in that stuff. And if you're here watching a tarot video, you potentially also believe in that kind of stuff. Anyway, let's get moving for you. Twist for fairness. Okay, Caps, let's do this. Past energy for you. October, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. We got one already. This is, so in this deck, Serpents are the Pentacles. We have the 7 in the reverse. A lack of investment, either by you or somebody else. A lack of investment in a situation, or not going after the low-hanging fruit as much as you probably should have. It seems to be here that what I'm seeing is I'm seeing not the proper energy wasn't put into something. Yeah, okay. I think from what I'm, somebody else wasn't putting the proper effort into something, you know. And so that could have been a job thing. It could have been something else. But it seems to be for this here that what I'm getting is that somebody else was not putting in the proper investment into something. Again, we'll read dignities, but let's keep going for you, Caps. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What else do we have in the past for you? I don't believe that Elvis is dead. Yeah. I'm hearing everything Zen. That's how I know this Zen's here. I'm hearing everything Zen by Bush. It's a little bit of an inside joke. Five of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, no longer deceiving oneself. More than likely no longer deceiving oneself about where the proper effort, the proper investment was not being placed into something on the tangible plane, or tangible effort or tangible investment was not being put into something. You're not sitting in self-deceptive energy about it. Five of Swords is self-deception. Let's see what else. Okay, the Page of Wands. And then in comes passionate communication of some sort. Passionate communication that may have been too little too late. Too little too late. Following a lack of proper investment. Sorry guys, also if you were wondering, I snapped my ring light off of my tripod. Funny because it was during Mercury retrograde. How appropriate. So kind of rigged something together here so that it would work out well. Yeah. Sorry, keep going. Past energy, Capricorn. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Yeah, so in the recent past, there was a lack of proper investment in something, but too little too late on some passionate communication of some sort. With that Page of Wands in the upright. And you're not deceiving yourself about that. Okay. We ended up with two. We got the Page of Swords. Somebody was watching. And then the Eight of Cups. Somebody is watching for the purposes of learning about you. Sometimes you see that a lot of people will call this the stalker card. And they do. Here I'm actually seeing that as this. Somebody was watching for passionate communication, or the person who was engaging in passionate communication with the Page of Wands. They're the person here who's doing the Page of Swords as well. And then that Eight of Cups is classically walking away from something that typically would be of emotional fulfillment in order to seek out greater emotional fulfillment or the love of self. I think that's what you've done here. You learned something, perhaps. You learned something. You might have learned that somebody was observing you, or somebody else did. They walked away from you after observing that their passionate communication was not, was falling on deaf ears. Okay, what else? What else do we have for you? Present. In the present for you, Capricorn. Sorry it's late and I'm tired. I'm done. So, yeah. Present energy for you, Capricorn. Two more. The Two of Swords and the Ace of Wands in the reverse. There's a lack of inspiration, a lack of creative drive that's happening for you right now with that Ace of Wands in the reverse. and a lack of direction. Classically, Two of Swords is somebody who's sitting there with a blindfold on, and their swords are folded in front of them. It's immovable energy. It's stagnancy. It's not engaging in movement forward, purposely not engaging in movement forward. And it's because there is a lack of inspiration, a lack of creative drive. You know why this is. If this isn't you, then it's somebody else who doesn't have the inspiration to move forward in a situation, or they aren't inspired to move in one direction or another, and that's why. It could also be the reason that they're not moving in one direction or another is because the proper investment hasn't been put in one direction or another, and so they don't necessarily feel that that's the case. Or you don't. You're not deceiving yourself about this. Not deceiving yourself that you're feeling uninspired at the moment. What else? Capricorn. Sun, Moon, rising Venus. You have a flipper. The Sun in the reverse. So typically the Sun card is the happiest card in the tarot. It's also considered the yes card in the tarot when it comes to granting wishes. It's warmth. It is happiness. It is, something grand that you were looking at growing and putting work into. I think this is you, Leo energy. Not granting the wish of somebody who was coming in with passionate communication that clearly had been watching you. I think this ties into that Eight of Cups. You might have even told somebody to stick it where the sun don't shine. Yeah. They could take their communication and they could stick it where the sun don't shine. You're not fooling yourself any longer. Yeah, you were feeling clearly in the present. There's darkness. There's a darkness to you. The matchstick of the divine is doused out, right? In the reverse. And therefore the illumination on the creative plane is a part of that, with that sun in reverse. You're just feeling uninspired by the past here. You understand that somebody was manipulative. You might have been fooling yourself about it previous, but then at a certain point it became obvious. What else? Capricorn. I just saw the mirror. I just saw the cosmic mirror. Tell me more. The stars. Okay. Moving after something bigger and better. The sun. And okay, so this is great because this is something of a lesson for the year for some of us. And one of the readers that I watch, Sassy Scorpion, Christina, she talks about this at great length, and she does a great job of articulating it well. You can step outside of your front door and you can feel the warmth of the sun. It's very apparent when you go after the sun because it's easily acquired. Whereas going after the stars is different. It's a long cherished hope, wish, or goal. This is also healing. This is Aquarian energy. But the star, you have to walk the path in order to know if the star is meant for you. Whereas the sun is just there. It's always there. You know, it's obvious when it's there. Whereas the stars, you have to just trust that they're there. So you're going after something grander than an immediate, like an instant gratification type thing. You're looking for something that you can see out on the horizon, something that's bigger, brighter even, than what is obvious. It's less obvious. It's something that you've had to retain hope for. It's something that you've had to maintain faith in. oftentimes something that requires blind faith. What else do we have here? And it's something that requires your own self-love, and it's of high emotional fulfillment. You've had to abandon things that in the past you thought may have been personally fulfilling, emotionally fulfilling, with that Eight of Cups up there. And you've observed and learned, sometimes the hard way sometimes. The back of the neck. You'll know when it's right. You'll know when it's right because the hair on the back of your neck will stand up. Okay, in the future for you, the Five of Cups. I need to exercise gratitude. In exercising gratitude, there is immense power. It's also empowering to exercise gratitude and recognize things that you do have going for you, as opposed to focusing on that which has not went right for you. There's also something here in the future where you will move out of this energy of the Two of Swords, with being stuck at an impasse or not knowing or having a lack of direction, by looking at the two cups that have their contents still remaining, instead of focusing on the contents that have spilled from the three other cups. It will actually help to inspire you as well. It'll be the spark in the matchstick of the divine that you're looking for. It'll be the creative spark that you're looking for. What else? What else? Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and no, that's too many unless there, oh, there's three. Okay, that's it for us. The Chariot, the Lovers, the Page of Cups. Okay. Okay. Here we have it. Movement forward, travel, Cancerian energy, Gemini energy, and then we have the Page of Cups. Okay, so the Chariot is about movement forward. It's always classically been my relocation, change of address card. Travel also, but the Chariot here is about movement forward. It is progress. It's like I just said, once you recognize gratitude for the things that you do have that are going well for you in your life, that's when you'll be able to achieve movement forward and progress in the future. There's something also here about a Gemini, Cancer, cusp individual, but your progression and movement forward is tied to something of an emotional nature that has to do with a choice in love. Sometimes even a choice to not choose can be a choice. So it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be one person that's going to come in, but it seems that there's movement forward, or there could be somebody traveling towards you who is making a choice in love. There's a small communication that they bring to you. Sometimes the Page of Cups is considered an apology, but I feel here that what you have is you have somebody who's relocating, changing address, making travel plans, and that is somebody who is making a choice of an emotional sense with regard to you. They're going to be very, very gentle in their communication with you about it. It'll be a small, gentle communication. And interestingly enough, you're going to have faith in it. Just looking at where the stars are, and the star card is in relation to this, the Page of Cups being just below it. You're going to have faith in it, because it's not going to be overt. When they it's like when somebody says that they've chosen to enter into something with you. in that lover's energy, that they're moving forward and they'd like to progress and they'd like to move forward with you. It's not going to be readily apparent to you that it's something massive. It's going to seem small at first. It's going to seem as if it's just a small, interesting twist for you of an emotional sense, gentle, playful. And you're going to have faith in it. You're going to have to just know that if you want to go after your goal, that small emotional communication has the potential to grow from a page into action with the Knight, and then into something more. Overall energy is the Hermit in the reverse. This is Virgo energy. It's a truth that you've learned. You've learned a truth as of this month. Coming into this month, in fact. About, the adage of, effort equaling interest, and about proper investment into something, and where you've deceived yourself in the past, and how easily people can be manipulated based on their own ability to observe and, maybe spout off at the mouth and use flattery as a means to, get what they want. And currently, you're kind of sitting in a wait-and-see period with things, not necessarily feeling super inspired and feeling as if you don't have that wish fulfillment happening for you. Yet you do have to exercise great faith, potentially even have some healing that has to take place. But it's the gratitude and the noticing what you do have going for you, as opposed to focusing on other things. It's like the red car syndrome. If we focus on, if we look for red cars, all we see is red cars, right? So very important, especially moving into the future, to focus on what you do have working for you. Focus on the abundance that is around you, as opposed to being in a lack mindset, especially when it comes to emotional fulfillment, because this reading does seem to be moving towards emotional fulfillment and creative inspiration. Your progress and your movement forward is going to come once you recognize that. In fact, more than likely, you're going to be looking at regret and past decisions and things that haven't worked out for you in an emotional realm. And it'll be one of the things that's always been constant. It'll be one of the things that has remained and has been steadfast for you, that you're going to move towards. Interesting, I noticed this here. Even though this is a Cancerian card, he's got the bow and arrow. The song "The Archer" by Billy Corgan. I'm just an archer for the sun. Something about the archer. It could be the song. The song came to mind immediately when I saw that. But, it's important for you to recognize that your movement forward will come once you can exercise gratitude for what you do have still working for you. But you do have somebody who's either moving towards you, traveling towards you, or you're going to make progress by recognizing what still works for you and what it has been always working for you. And that's our power to choose is just that, choosing to be happy, choosing to recognize that you are not sitting in lack. And once you do that, your options will open up. But that little guy, the page there, he's going to be somebody who comes along and has a little something to say, a little something, sweet nothings, whispering sweet nothings. Somebody whispers sweet nothings in your ear, or somebody who has something small that they communicate. It doesn't seem like much at first, but it's not grandiose. That's the whole point. It's not grandiose. Okay. Let's get you some advice from the Rebel deck before we move into magnetic poetry, and then we'll be done. Okay. I gotta go to Vancouver tomorrow, and I have somebody watching my place for me, so I gotta get this stuff done. I gotta go to bed. I gotta be on a ferry tomorrow. Okay. Advice for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's get 3 cards for you. What's your advice for October? I'll do like a love read and some other stuff this month as well. I'll do like a pick-a-pile reading or something like that for you know, Samhain. All right. What do we have? Advice for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Did I just get all 3? I got 4 for you. Okay, that's what we got. So we got we got the one that's like the coupon at the same time as being an actual card. You're the shit. Okay, don't forget it. Don't forget that you're the shit. So there's that one. Then shame, regret, and guilt. Those are just bullshit. Forgive, let that shit go. Yeah. You need a good fucking cry. Okay. Thanks. Get the ugly cry on. Let that shit go. Your soul will thank you. Yeah. Okay. All right. Stop obsessing. Yeah, they know they're talking to Capricorn, right? You are not the fucking center of the universe. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's get you to your magnetic poetry, and then we'll be done with it here. I have so much magnetic poetry that it covers my entire fridge, so I figured it would probably be better to use it for this. That's the whole story about the magnetic poetry, if you didn't know. Funny. Funny. What do we got? Oh, not very many at all. Wow. Okay. That's what I got for you, Capricorn. Sorry. It's just one of those days. You know, I thought it was funny that I was thinking of Sven, because definitely these oracle cards, and then this kind of, anyway, you know, thumbs up if this, you know, made sense to you in some way, shape, or form, and definitely if you like what I do. I know I'm not like super like bubbly right now, but it's been a just my meditation before I started. It just I was thinking. So anyway, have a great night, and I'll see you when I see you next. Okay, take care of yourself. Bye. And there's your board. There you have it. Okay, cool. All right. Bye.